Tonight on Hip on the Spot News. The year is almost over, but what is out there? 2024 and beyond, we discuss the future of DCS. The world map could bring along something else. And the dynamic campaign is still the most wanted. This and more on How I Play. Hello virtual pilots, I'm Andre Celesti, and tonight we are going to talk about what is next for DCS World. Yes, we are currently expecting yet another open beta update, and as the end of the year is on its way, we wonder what else can we expect from DCS World in the nearby and distant future. Now here at How I Play, we keep you in a constant loop of information, making sure you know what is out there. Remember to subscribe to our channel as we are about to reach 20,000 subscribers by the end of this year. With all the latest news from different developers that are currently working on upcoming modules and no existing timeline on when we can expect them yet, we focus our attention to other features, changes and improvements we can expect from DCS itself. Since the beginning of the year, the announcement of a world map for DCS World was a great surprise. Knowing this is not something we can expect in the nearby future, it remains an open discussion with our community on how would that be. Opinions go from something like what we have seen in Microsoft Flight Simulator to a more toned-down, less detailed orthographical mesh scattered with general objects depicting certain cities and so on. Remember, this is what we imagine here between our friends over a glass of apple juice, or two, definitely apple juice and nothing else. As we know from ED, the world map will be separated from the historical maps, like the ones we have now, but we don't know yet how will that be. Well, ED have no comments at this time, and it's understandable. But we all know what this type of environment can bring to DCS if we look at the other products out there. One feature will be a real-world weather system. It's possible to be implemented once you got all the regions of the planet sewed together. This will open the door to certain presets that are tied to historical weather and grant more immersion to the sim. Maybe even other third-party developers that currently provide content for other aviation platforms may jump in DCS and provide all kind of tweaks and changes to the weather. The possibilities are infinite. Another feature that could see the light of day when a world map will be implemented for DCS World is a real-time commercial traffic for air, land and sea. It just makes sense to have this immersive and vital part of the dynamics in an open-world environment. I, for one, am excited of the possibilities this could bring. But let's put our feet on the ground and understand that just because other simulators do it, doesn't mean DCS will as well. But it's only a matter of time to find out. As we have seen from the recent 2.9 update for the sim, there were features that got implemented without being mentioned before by the developer. We all know only a smart part of the information, and depending on how things progress, ED comes with surprises all the time. Then we got third-party developers that bring new elements and features with their own modules for DCS World. With the dawn of AI knocking hard on our door, I do expect DCS to be affected in a way or another. Yes, we do have Jester, Petrovich and George already here with Talon and Jester 2.0 just around the corner, but imagine if all AI communications for the ATC and other units around you would tap into that AI power within a given role. Something similar to what we've seen already tested in other games and videos on the internet. It's not long until we will have our own Natasha as our wingman. Moving on, as of November 2023, we are still waiting for more information on that dynamic campaign. Yes, in my books, one of the most repeated features on the lips of our community. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of missions out there, amazing servers that implement a dynamic theater of war, but we do lack that sense of progression in DCS World. A proper implemented dynamic campaign will work miracles for the community, and most likely ED knows that and do take their time in order to deliver. Now, when would that day be? No one knows as of yet, at least not us. But what we do know is that with that dynamic campaign, we can expect a new and improved supply system, more ground troops improvements, and new mechanics that will come in handy once we interact with the dynamic battlefield. There is another thing I wanted to discuss with you. Whenever we get a new module being announced, be that from a third-party developer or ED themselves, we do get to see the valid statement, emphasis on valid, when can we expect more Red Force modules? Now I tend to understand the community asking on historical Red Force modules that may or may not be possible due to many reasons. One of those reasons is jail time. Yes, that's a possibility in certain circumstances. What I tend to say, and this is my view only, don't need to agree with me, is that for the time being, nothing stops us from making a clean slate and placing Western jets on the Red Force in missions, fictional campaigns, and so on. Yes, it may not be historical correct, but this is what we have until so far. If that will change, it will be definitely somewhere in the future. And now we got a short update from our sponsor, VR Rock. They recently released the Pimax Crystal and Meta Quest 3 prescription lenses. These are custom-made lenses for an individual unique vision's needs, designed to fit in your VR headsets. They reduce eye strain and provide a comfortable viewing experience. The best part is that if you use our Hip Games promo code, you will now get 10% off your orders. Link is in the video description. As we see with the upcoming F4E Phantom being released in the nearby future by Hitblur, the direction on what we can expect from environments in DCS World is being hinted bit by bit. A Vietnam map has already been mentioned by Edie, but it's just that for now. A mention that will be possible in the future. As well, the Kola Peninsula will give the vegan a home environment to stretch its legs. Wings. Sorry, I meant wings. With all the new things coming to DCS World, we know that the more quality stuff we get, the more performance hit we may get to suffer. That's why we do see a strong effort being made in order to improve our performance, especially for users with low system specs. Remember, Vulkan API is still out there, and one day we may get to test it as well. Now December will be here soon, and we will keep you informed with everything that happens. I do wonder what that 2024 and beyond video will be like later. What do you think? Leave your comments down below. Not much news the last few days, apart from a few updates by our dear Baltic Dragon. He just submitted fixes for the Iron Flag campaign for the 8NC2 tank killer, which include updates to the whole radio system to work better with the newest DCS changes. New skins coming to the Raven 1 campaign with the update, including the S3 and S3B tanker, as well as 10 versions of the pilot's flight suits. He also mentioned that changes are inbound to the Raven 1 campaign. We should expect no more spacebar for the F10 radio menu. We can now use our HOTAS instead. He says that this and many other changes will come with the closest open beta patch. Nice! Baltic Dragon is very active on his Facebook page, and he is close to 8,000 members following his updates. We offered our support, so make sure to check him out. Link is in the video description. And that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. Remember, our F4 Phantom giveaway is still active. More information in the video description on how to participate. Many thanks to our Patreons that support our channel: Rhinox, Richard Birdside, Pegasus24, Runan, Crass, Santiago Ordonez, Hobo, Dieter Newsbaumer, Tony Prince, Ian Massak, Natalon, Isot, Rapture Dad 86, Moljam, Dougal Wilson, Brooke Guet, and Frank Diaz del Pino. Thank you guys for your continuous support. It means a lot to me. Remember to check our sponsor VR Rock for your VR blue light protection and prescription lenses, and subscribe to keep in touch with all the latest news on your favorite simulators and games. I am Andre Celesti, reminding you to fly safe, and I'll see you next time.